If you're in the market for a hedge trimmer, something like this, but you don't know what to buy, I think this video might help you, because I recently had trouble with my Ryobi hedge trimmer. I'm not sure what model this is, but I've had it quite a few years and it seemed to do well for me, except one day I was trimming down near my mailbox and we have a bush there with a metal support grate, and I misjudged it and it hit it and it caught the blade here, and now it won't turn on. So I was instantly in the market for a hedge trimmer, and I thought, well, should I get the same one or similar, or should I try something else? And as you can see, I've got this big hedge here that I have to deal with every year, and it's a lot of work. And what's hard is when you have to go up high and try to trim it like this. So having something very light is key. Now, I tried the ones with the cords, but you know, I always worry about cutting the cord, because sometimes when you're going along, you can actually inadvertently cut the cord, and it's just more cumbersome. And of course, you got to drag that cord along, and especially if you have a lot of hedge, and I've got some around the other way in front of the house. So you're always constantly dragging that. Well, ever since I had this one, it's you know, it's battery powered. So let me grab the battery. These are the 40-volt versions, and you just put them in here. And normally, I don't know if you can hear that, but it just does nothing. So what I did was, I did some research and I thought, well, maybe I'll try a different one. And it seemed like the Ryobis were the most reasonably priced ones, and I decided to purchase one on Home Depot, and I went online and bought it. And oddly enough, I bought it and it was delivered the very same day. This was on a Sunday, I believe, if I remember correctly. And you would not believe, but they hired an Uber to deliver it. So I took my son for a bike ride and went around the neighborhood, and as we were coming back, pulling into the driveway, another car was backing in, and I didn't recognize it, and it was the Uber driver. And so she delivered this thing. So this is an extension pole. It's got another pole that comes with it that you can actually extend it, and I don't know how many feet you can do, but if you need to get up high, or if you need to get far, it's good for that. But so this is what I had, or what I was using. But what I didn't like about it, let me put the battery in. When you put the battery in, it goes in like so. You've got your two controls to control it. And you can see this is how it looks. Well, what I didn't know, or didn't realize when I first bought it, it said it had a 5/8 inch. Let me get the box so I can show you. So, as you can see, it has an 18-inch length and a 5/8 inch cut. I didn't even think about it, but when I was going along cutting, and I'll show you what I mean, and compared to the other one is a full 24 inches. So it gives you a longer length of cut, and then also the cut capacity is 1 inch. And what that means is, okay, so this is the 1 inch. See how wide that is? How big of a cut that is in between? And this one is 5/8. Doesn't seem like much when you first look at it, but I'm going to show you how this works. Now, the downside to this longer pole is it is a bit heavier. Let's see. So you have the strap, and maybe I don't have the strap on quite correctly, but it kind of helps offset the weight. And you normally just go along, and here I'll do it from this side so you can see better. You're going to cut like so. What I was noticing when I first bought this is that it wasn't cutting quite as good as the previous one. And I didn't know why. And then when I went to back to Home Depot to look at the other ones, there was really only one other option. And that was this one here. So this one apparently is the new improved version. Okay, so what I was saying is this is the new improved version. This is the old to my what you're seeing is to my left. This one right here is the old, and this one's the new. See the difference in the cut capacity? So what this is supposed to do is actually give me a much better cut. So let me show you the difference with that. And then when you compare it to the pole one, look at that. Look at that difference. This is the long pole. This is the handheld one. So let's go and show you on that. Are you seeing this? So I was struggling cutting some of this before. So I'll show you down here. Now watch this. Let me bring the camera closer. I'm going to show you on this new growth here what the difference is. Okay. Okay, so watch this up here. See this up here? Okay. Now, I'm going to get the other one back. Okay. So this is the extension pole one. Well, it didn't seem to be that bad. Now that I've got a little bit more used to it, not having the strap on gives a little bit more mobility. It does seem to cut well, but I still have that narrow gap. So when you're dealing with larger leaves and bigger diameter, it's not going to cut quite as cleanly. Now let me go grab that other one again. Okay, pop that back in. All right, let's try it. Now the biggest thing is I'm not going to have the reach like I had with the other one. So I have to really get in. I do have to be careful of the sprinkler system because those spouts are, close enough to where I can actually cut them very easily with this. But what I like about this one, this seems much lighter, and I think for most people, it's going to be a better option. So whichever one you choose, I think they're both going to be good. This one's going to be the lighter one. If you have taller trees and things that you need to cut, this longer extension one, it's going to be the one that you're going to want. So they're both good, but depending on what kind of work you have to do is going to depend on which is going to be the one best for you. Hope that helps, and thanks for watching.